Yeah!
I let the hammers blow, wet 3 kids, see honey.
Woo! So much fog, look at this. Good morning everybody, it's fairly early, it's a Saturday, the forecast was pretty crap. I can sort of see a bit of northerly coming in from behind me now, which is why I'm in the spot. I'm out of the wind. I've actually finally got some hunt reels in and finally had one to put on my gun. So of course I'm just out here giving the reel a whirl. Which the hardest part of that is that, of course, I've actually got to shoot a couple of fish, which would be nice. I've got quite a few snapper on this Burley down here, but I'm going to keep shifting around the corner a little. Just look at this morning. Well, you can see, I mean, you guys probably can't see it, but I can see there's a bit of the northerly popping up. Behind me, I'm heading in. I got 2 nice snapper. I'm pretty much just going to check 2 Burleys on the way back in and see how I go. Obviously, the one I shot both snapper on one of the Burleys. That was obviously a pretty fishy Burley. Helps when you sting the first one, but I will have a couple looks on the way back in, but I'm really just going to head back in. Right, so here's a look at today's catch in the order of, I believe that was the first one. Yep, because he's had a nail through the head there. That was a stone shot. That was the second fish, right on the gill plate there, and that one there just above the gill plate and a little high. That was actually quite a long shot on the biggest fish. I usually gut the fish, but today the theory is, because we're coming in, they all look pretty fat, so they might be all bloody rode up. So the theory is that we're going to get the roes out of them and eat them as well. That was the idea in the water. So I'm going to get to filleting and see what we've got. They're probably got some kinner inside from the burleys too. Keep these little bits crunchy throughout the week. Alrighty, so here's a little look at the latest setup. These are one of my Hunt 100 reels. They come from Italy. These are the ones that I set up for my guns. We've got some fine line 2mm Dyneema, which is New Zealand made. I think these reels with this setup, this is the 100 reel, that fits about 40 metres of that 2mm on there. We've got a ratchet drag. Really high quality reel. They do look a little bit different to a lot of reels, and I believe they're probably of... judging by all of Hunt's other parts, they're exceptional good quality. I do like the ratchet drag. You can obviously wind it right up for it to be tight, and of course back it off for it to be looser. Pretty cool setup. I run that with a double wrap on this gun because the way this gun's set up, and pretty much all my guns are set up, if you run a single wrap, the power's just going to blow through the single wrap. So I've made a couple little tweaks to this gun. Pretty enjoyed it today, obviously, with 3 nice snapper. So that is a good little look. I have updated build videos and things on the main channel with a couple of updated reels and things like that. You can get along there. I'll try to drop some links. I like to keep them as simple and easy to use as possible. You can see I've just got a bowline knot in the end and Dyneema right through to the end. No mono, no nothing. Just super simple. There's no breaking points on it. There's no nothing. That is my preferred setup. I did a lot of sort of asking around, which helps me influence my own decision as to who thinks what works best, and I believe this right here right now is probably the best setup. That is just one of my, well, it's gotten, the stock itself is a couple of years old now, but a 110 7.5mm shaft, which is not a Hunt shaft, and 2 16mm rubbers, really tight rubbers, loads of power and pretty bloody accurate. I also got in some mechs from Hunt as well, because Duncan in Wellington can't supply me with enough. So these are just the nice little reverse mech unit, which are, you know, like most other units, like Hunt do with everything. They look of exceptional build quality.
I think long term the idea might be to produce them sort of in-house and things like that, but we'll work on that as a long-term goal. So I will be transitioning to hunt mechs for now on my guns as well. My gun of course has a older Neptonics reverse mech, which again work bloody brilliant. Just trying things, sort of seeing what works, seeing what people like. Of course they're all top quality, you know, I'm not sort of putting hodgy-bodgy parts in anything. So yeah, just a little bit of an update. Those baked snapper wing fields. Alright, so the arvo's flown by. It's pretty much dinner prep time and almost time to round up the day. Been running, really haven't been doing too much else, but we're going to get this cooked. We're baking 2 of the snapper wings, you know, 2 whole snapper wings, as well as just having a fry up of veggies and a big potato carrot mash, keeping it healthy, keeping it fresh, keeping it clean.
Alright, that's it for another video. Pretty fun dive all around, really. It's actually a couple of days later right now as I'm filming this, just trying to wrap up the editing. If you guys or anyone you'd know out there is looking for a custom gun or something a bit more specific for your needs, feel free to get in touch and let me know what you're after. I'm Sam Price, I'll see you at the beach.